about a motherfucking pole. I'ma pull up with that stick and hit your motherfucking door. Man, I don't give a fuck about.
Yes, because he didn't play well and they lost. But it also does set up Antonio Brown for
It's your boy, Jock Hill, another did a JSC video. I mean, JNF University. I think we should put him to let's go.
GOAT and not in the greatest of all time type of form. If he goes out there and doesn't play well, people are going to say, hey, you brought this on yourself. Right. I mean, it's the same thing people were saying.
You open yourself up.
Correct.
But here's the only thing I would say that differentiates this from, say, the Miami trip by the Giants receivers. That was their day off. You and I can disagree or agree.
Antonio Brown.
He's in a sanctity, you like to think, of a locker room where his teammates might be in on it, but his head coach is addressing the team, and he doesn't give a darn.
Could have been worse. Could have been like what the Lakers confronted last season, which had
I don't even need him.
ramifications that even transcended the team's performance.
But that was also completely away from the team.
Away from the.
That was so. Listen, Antonio Brown, has a chance to do something big here. The New England Patriots have a chance to do something historic, and I think that we can talk about videos, we can talk about what Mike Tomlin said, but ultimately, don't you feel like this won't be a topic of conversation afterwards?
It will be a topic of conversation.
I don't feel like it was, because what's going to be one of the first questions people go want to wonder in the Steelers locker room? Is Antonio Brown pulling out his phone? Probably not.
Well, let's compare it to, Wes Welker had some fun with an opposing coach, Rex Ryan, in a press conference making fun of feet. Bill Belichick benched him for the first quarter. Yeah. They played badly in that first quarter against the Jets, lost the game, and were eliminated for the playoffs. Mike Tomlin's not going to do that. Mike Tomlin might have some words for Antonio Brown, but this guy's going to have a chance to do his thing.
Well, that's why Tomlin said we're going to punish him. We're not going to punish ourselves. They're a better team with him on the field. I get all of that. Listen, I hate to go back to this again. If this were New York, this story would have legs for weeks and months to come.
Here's something I want to know, and this is just me throwing this out there, which I really don't like to do, but I'm going to do it.
Do it.
Some of these social media agencies, they pay these athletes, they pay these superstars, think of the Kardashians, to do stuff on social media. Maybe somebody's saying to these athletes, hey, look, we'll slip you a little something if you give us something behind the scenes. If you show us something in the locker room that we're not going to get anywhere else, we might throw a carrot out there for you. This will be interesting to see if these players could be enticed to build their brand, or if someone's paying them to maybe open up this door a little bit. We're seeing more, we as journalists, we're seeing more players try to control whatever message they want to control via social media.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a potential,
Lego,
pulling off of that scab?
Dude, if he catches 3 touchdowns and they win and go to the Super Bowl, then maybe so.
There you go.
But Coach Tomlin called this foolish and selfish. Generally speaking, in football, players don't want those labels. They might deserve them, and their antics might command them. But they don't necessarily set out, usually in football, to be foolish and selfish. It's much more of the team identity, usually. I don't know. Maybe if this will be a lesson to players not to do that.
Here's one thing that I think where Antonio Brown is lucky is he's got this type of locker room he has, where he's got the James Harrisons and he's got the Ben Roethlisbergers and D'Angelo Williams, veterans like that, where they say, okay, you're an idiot. That was stupid. Don't do it again. This is a situation, I think all the teams that are at this point in the playoffs have some veterans like that. Let's kind of look at that when we look at all 4 teams. The experience, guys who've been there, guys who can help overcome adversity. You look at the Falcons, you've pretty much got Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. You don't have, Jonathan Babbitt, a couple guys like that. Guys like that. Yep. Let's look at it from this way. What about the teams that decide to go out and get veterans like even your guy, Ted Thompson, you've been critical of going at veteran players.
Got Jared Cook cheap, and just like he got Julius Peppers.
He got Peppers cheap, Charles Woodson to come in and kind of make this playoff run. Let's look at how these teams are constructed with the veteran leadership in terms of experience getting here, Kim. When you look at the Patriots or the Steelers or the Falcons or the Packers, the way they've got certain guys to keep things in check,
right?
To make sure, hey, whatever happens. Look at Green Bay. We've got these injuries, possibly Devontae Adams and Jordy Nelson. We've got to figure out a way.
let me go look at what I'm about to get from player up.
The most, I don't know, the sexiest part of this or the most interesting in terms of by contrast is this would never, ever, ever happen in New England. It just wouldn't.
No.
I can't say it would never happen to some other organization.
Well, it's over.
Because there are other players that might do it.
I'm copying him. It's
Yeah, but
over.
it would never
It's
happen
over.
with Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Except that Wes Welker did do something
It don't matter
they
if you face the
considered to be
Patriots.
a
It's
huge
over.
deal.
But not like this.
Not Facebook Live, Belichick's address while you're not paying attention to it.
Hell, never seen that.
Okay,
He
let's
about to
kind of
do
look back at the broader
He ain't gonna do
playoff
nothing to
schedule here while
Pittsburgh.
we're waiting for Antonio Brown to come to the podium.
Yeah,
Let's
HP.
look at these groups of wide receivers because you look at the matchups. The Packers, okay, Jordy Nelson's not there. Devontae Adams isn't there. Whereas the Falcons are coming with a fleet.
Yes.
Okay, and then you look at New England, you kind of say, okay, they've got Julian Edelman, and they've got some nice receivers, but here are the Steelers that have an Antonio Brown and a fleet of some very good other receivers. When you look at the matchups of one team in each game that's got all of this explosive potential to pass a game versus
Let me go
another team
do
that kind of
this.
does most of what they do, then do you think
Only
because
5
of
minutes
personnel,
in.
either of those teams has an edge?
I think all four offenses have an edge, and that's good for viewing if it plays out that way. It also means that you don't have to be great on defense, but if you make a game-turning play, and there may be 5 turnovers collectively in these games, there may be 1, there may be 2, but we'll remember them, chances are, whatever they are. So you don't have to shut down any of these 4 teams, because I don't think you will, but if you make one play, one game-turning play, you can sway things.
You had to do that.
Oh, this is awful. Try it. Oh, no, that looks gross. What is that? You gotta try it. It's terrible. No, thank you. I have a very
So they're gonna give me this trash. You better sit jump it down all the way. It is. That's how you know Pittsburgh about to win.
Playing Marco Polo with Marco Polo? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Amanda and Keith saved by switching to Geico.
Total distraction to the organization, total distraction to my teammates, obviously disrespect to my coach. I got the utmost respect to our coach, so I sorely regret that. I stand by my statement last night, and just got carried away in the moment. I live with that moment, from last year, not being able to play in the divisional game, not being able to make the trip with the team. So I was a little bit genuinely excited in that moment.
You able to talk to us about maybe the punishment that you might face, or do you?
No, I'll take him just in case. That's all, guys.